Hey everybody, welcome to WeLikeDota. Tonight we're doing Community Night. Let me just switch. Sorry, ignore the man behind the curtain. I just need to do video, audio, something. Open mic. Alright, how about that? Sorry about that. So, welcome to WeLikeDota Community Night. Please follow Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at WeLikeDota, and follow the WeLikeDota podcast, searchable on iTunes, WeLikeDota. It's a 10 stack in the guild. On the dire side, we have solid KGB, adult language raptor, sinister think arm tugs McBoat. On the radiant side, we have Pew Pew Pew, P-Frog, Iraq, which, if I remember correctly, is Boydark from his previous alias, Busby, and Stingray Shuffle.
10 seconds to go.
Fast bands are Axe and Tidehunter.
5 seconds.
Those are pretty standard bans for this meta, I think.
Dyer's ban.
And an early Ember Spear ban, which is interesting. I wonder if that's a respect ban for Sinister,
10 seconds.
because I think he plays a pretty mean Ember Spirit.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Alright. We've got a Queen of Pain ban.
Radiant's pick.
Not a usual first ban that I've seen lately. My guess is that's also a respect ban. Sinister's the captain for the Dire side, and Busby is the captain for Radiant. Both very experienced players.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Lion.
So a Lion pickup for the first choice on Radiant. A very good first pickup. He can be a pivot for a lot of different strategies. Has a lot of good disables on him, of course. He's got the Earth Spike and the Hex. So 2 stuns in one package with a
10 seconds to
very
go.
painful Finger of Death ultimate, of course. Does give him some flexibility in the laning phase.
Reserve time.
A very safe first pickup that I don't think people go out of the way to counterpick. Lich is much the same.
Pick.
Kind of a pivot point in terms of selections and team strats.
Radiant's
Now there's an interesting one though, Bat Rider. Somebody who also has very good lane presence. Has a great disable in the form of his lasso, and tends to be
ban.
somebody that you just don't want to lane against. From what I've heard of the pros, they hate laning against a Bat Rider. He just makes your turn rate so slow, just makes for a miserable CS experience. Bristleback, an off-laner for the Radiant side.
10 seconds to go.
Almost certainly. I've heard it can be played as a carry, but
Dyer's
I
ban.
very rarely see it. And by carry, I mean safe lane carry. Almost always an off-laner.
10 seconds to
Oftentimes a good solo as well.
go. 5 seconds.
Lanes are still very flexible here, though.
Radiant
It looks like they are fishing for carries. Sniper, a
ban.
decent ban from what I understand now. I hear that he's getting picked up quite a bit in the pro scene. I did have the displeasure of playing against one somewhat recently after the changes that he
10
received
seconds
to
to
his
go.
shrapnel and the charge-based system. It actually is much more
5
annoying to play
seconds.
against.
Reserve time.
And an
Right
IO ban.
pick.
Interesting. Not sure what they were afraid of in that set that they were willing to ban the IO there. Maybe there's some secret strat that I'm not seeing. Or maybe IO is a counter to something they want to pick up. And what would that be?
10
Maybe
seconds to
a
go.
split pusher, either a Lycan, a Nature's Prophet,
5 seconds.
somebody with a lot of board presence like a Tinker. So maybe
Reserve
they want a
time.
Tinker mid. Interesting.
Reserve time. Radiant's pick.
Ward support pickups.
Dyer's pick.
I don't really see a lot of clear synergy with the heroes already picked up. They might be looking for a linchpin pickup in the next couple of picks here. Kind of holding their cards close to their chest
10
here.
seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Storm Spirit.
And a Storm Spirit mid.
Radiant's pick.
There's a strong carry option. He's been enjoying
Templar
quite a bit of
Assassin.
play lately, and a TA
Dyer's
for the other
pick.
side. That is an interesting matchup. I would say that's a 50-50 split. Comes down to the skill of the two players. I don't think one has a clear advantage over the other.
10 seconds to go.
Storm Spirit has been enjoying a lot of success on the pro scene. Um,
Reserve time.
I would say his biggest weakness is that he has no real escapes, and he's kind of squishy pre-level 6. Until he's able to get to his Ball Lightning form, he is actually quite gankable. And that's really the key to a good Storm Spirit player. The way to keep them off of their game is to gank them pre-6. So we'll see if that happens in this game. They certainly have the tools to do so. They've got a couple of supports that can roam quite effectively for ganks, both in the Lion and the Disruptor. So if they're able to pull that power to bear, they do have a chance at getting the Storm Spirit early.
Radiant's ban.
And of course, if you do let him snowball, he can get out of control and can carry.
10 seconds to go. Dyer's pick.
So a Lifestealer ban, they're fishing for the Dire side carry, trying to take away some options.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Juggernaut.
So another carry that's been enjoying a lot of popularity in the latest patch. I think Juggernaut was a good pickup there. He's a strong mid-game carry and should combo well with the formidable power that Storm Spirit brings to the mid-game as well.
10 seconds to go. seconds. Reserve time.
From what I understand, one of the most broken things about Juggernaut is his ability to actually trigger some attacks while he's in the middle of an Omni Slash. It's quite a broken thing to do in the middle of a mechanic where you can't be attacked. But one thing people don't realize sometimes is that while he's in his Blade Fury form, he actually can be right-clicked, even though you can't target him with spells or abilities. Sometimes, so long as he's not snowballing out of control, you can actually just right-click him down, especially with a ranged attack. So Radiant going deep into the tank, looking for their carry pickup here.
Chaos Knight.
And it's going to be a CK. Looks like they wanted a tank. He is also a pretty early game carry hero. And so that'll be an interesting contest between the Jug and the Chaos Knight. I think the Juggernaut has the edge in that particular matchup, so we'll see if that's going to be the appropriate counter pick. So it looks like on the Dire side we have Sinister on Batrider, Thinkarm is on Lich, Tugs McBoat is on Storm Spirit, Sex Raptor on Juggernaut, Solid KGB on Vengeful Spirit on the Radiant side, Stingray Shuffle is on Disruptor, Busby is on Templar Assassin, Pew 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 is on Lion, Iraq is on CK, and Bristleback is being piloted by Prefrog. We've got a quick pause for the TA to rejoin the game. In the meantime, I think we'll go browse around and see what we can find in terms of these effigies. Let's see. Datford by Busby. Okay. Very nice. Boy Dark. So it is Boy Dark, yes. And that looks like... Is that an Abaddon? Perhaps. I'm so paranoid about changing my camera angle to zoom in and switch over because I have had my cameras stuck before, so I'm not gonna play with perspectives to get a better look at these. So, but it looks like that's all the effigies we have on this side. Okay, so scrolling over to the Dire side. Oh, what is this? A Brewmaster. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like the way the that. What is it, a Morning Star or a Mace or a Flail, whatever that is, whatever you call it. I like the way that's extended. That's kind of fun. What else we got? Yes, we have, tentacles, right. Good, good then. A Tidehunter with his hat and his sword.
Thanks.
Interesting. And, really playing up his tentacle angle. Good then. So, back to the game. Couple tangos for the Storm Spirit being shared very generously by the team. That's a pretty typical play. A bit of a ward split. No items on Chaos Knight. Interesting.
30 seconds to showtime.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. And a deep ward by Sinister. And Batrider does have his Firefly, so he can get out if necessary. Yeah, it looks like the Lich will pick up the top rune uncontested. Bottom rune uncontested to the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight quickly shops. It looks like that was his plan, to probably get a bottle. Probably a bottle on Courier, right? There goes his bottle. Interesting. Interesting gambit. I don't know if that's something I would do, but it paid off for him there. So long as he is able to see us in lane without any items. Of course, having plenty of lane support, he may not have too much trouble with the Bat Rider. I don't think the Bat Rider can really contest him here, as long as the lane supports are able to give him a little bit of backup. At mid, oh interesting, that Storm Spirit is playing up very aggressively. I know he has to in some ways to get the CS, using his remnants, but he's trading quite a bit with the TA. Everything with Storm Spirit in the mid lane is about position. It's very low.
First blood, folks.
So TA is able to pick up the first blood on the Storm Spirit there.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Again, without that ball lightning, he has no way to escape. We've got the tri-lane here, Juggernaut, Lich, and Vengeful Spirit, up against the solo hard lane in the form of a Bristleback. If there is one hero who can survive a solo hard lane and play up that aggressively, it is a Bristleback. Just chasing 3 out of lane in that instance. Kind of funny.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
A little bit of creep block action. Now, one interesting thing when you're in this position as the Storm Spirit here is, now, Busby's playing to the high ground, but as soon as he can, and when he actually has Busby as a target, when he can see him, A-clicking the TA will actually cause the creeps to attack you, and will allow you to actually draw the line of scrimmage for the creep aggro back. And then you can, of course, de-aggro before the creeps start fighting you. But that is a very effective trick at mid in order to get the wave to push. Or pull, as it were. Looks like they are trying to go on the Firefly, but the Firefly, oh, does catch a stun from the Earth Spike. He's very low. Will get cut down by CK. So very effective combination in the safe lane here. Once again, those stuns really paying off as a lane support. Looks like, ooh, all 3 heroes are real low. Oh my. Oh, oh, those quill sprays. Those do stack, and they hurt a lot. As you could see, he was able to nuke down all 3. All 3 of his lane opponents. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't know exactly what happened in that lane, but I suspect it was just a lot of quill spray action. They do stack, and do cause a lot more damage as they stack.
How about that?
Wow. Oh, and trading on the opposite side, Bat Rider falling in this lane. Not really a trade per se, I guess. Let's see what the fight recap shows. Yeah, look. All 3 heroes just spamming their abilities. I'm sure he got, he ate 2 stuns there, 3 stuns, and probably just got locked into a position where he couldn't walk away, or Firefly away, as the case may be.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower. Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
And it looks like Storm Spirit is getting the better of the mid lane contest. Despite the early death, he does have 33 last hits to the TA's 20. 21. And now Bat Rider will be farming the jungle, I think.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Looks like we probably had some aggressive pulling on the Radiant side.
Mid-towers having technical difficulties. Radiant's
Oh, I see. No, Lich actually rotated to bottom lane. Runing, waiting for the 6-minute bottle. That's going to be a bounty. I'm sure he was hoping for this one instead. CK walking to high ground, looking for the Storm Spirit. Finds him, but not in a position to gank him right now. And Lich will fall. The combination of Disruptor and Lion. Let's see, what abilities he ate. Yeah, again, series of stuns. Thunderstrike and a glimpse. It's enough lockdown and stun that you're gonna get hurt. CK running from the Storm Spirit. Here comes a ball.
Radiant's mid-towers coming up.
And a quick kill. That's the problem with Storm Spirit once he has 6, is that combined with his overloads, he actually does a tremendous amount of damage, and there's just no getting away from him. Snot rolling on the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit almost down. Will Spray will finish him off. Being chased back out of lane by the Juggernaut, but Juggernaut can't really stop him from getting away here. He does have his Warpath, of course. Storm Spirit still leading the net worth chart. He's probably going to be their best hope in this game for carrying. Let's see what the other carry is doing. Got a wand and bottle. And there's a big stun on the Lich. Lich is trying to run for it, but he is hexed, getting the mana drained out of him. Too slow to really stop him. Disruptor was not quite in a position to stop him, but did get glimpsed, and I guess he was in a position to stop him then if his glimpse was able to bring him back to this position where they could kill him. I was wrong. Well played. Storm Spirit dropping his items so that he can regen a little bit more. A smart play that I always forget to do myself, because I am terrible at this game.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Bristleback still holding his own. EA wisely walking around with the Ring of Aquila turned off, so that the creeps do not push unnecessarily. Oh, does get drawn in to a Remnant by the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit does get glimpsed. He's in trouble. Doesn't have the mana to ball out. Slowed and killed with the follow-up from CK as well. A good gank on the Storm Spirit. Well played.
Radiant's bottom towers seen better days.
Interesting D-ward there.
Dire's mid-tower won't last much longer.
There's a missile on the Bristleback, but Bristleback's looking for a target. Venge is in trouble. Venge gets snotted, quill sprayed, and run down by that disgusting Australian accented snot wielding character that is with Bristleback. And he's just going to town in this offlane. Must be now strong enough to take the double stacked Ancients. And the TA now at the top of the net worth chart.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
And that's just going to be a little harass out of lane here.
Six in a row. How about that?
There's a chase. Bristleback, once again, just running everybody out of town in this lane.
Towers, you know the drill. Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Lion's looking for a Lich here.
Tower's getting banged up.
The Lich places a ward that is in range to be seen. Here comes a stun from the CK, a stun from the Lion, another stun from the Lion, and one dead Lich. That double stacked stun, man. Lion is just a one-man lockdown machine.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Comes a ball lightning, Disruptor's in trouble. So much damage.
Mid tower could use a hand.
It's that overload, it's subtle. Or maybe not subtle? It seems subtle when you're playing a Storm Spirit. But so long as you chain your abilities and your actions correctly, that does a ton of damage.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
Wow, look at that. 6-0 by Bristleback. Well played, sir. If only you saw this Juggernaut. This Juggernaut would so be quill sprayed. Okay, he's going for a heal. Here they go. Going down to Bristleback, they want him. Oh, I see. Bristleback's chasing Venge, diving in past tower. That's what the things were about. Here come the quill sprays. The snot. The warpath. Wow. Just is not afraid of tower at all. Look at that. Here comes Juggernaut, trying to keep him away from the Venge, but still, is able to run in amongst all the heroes and cut him down. This is the part where Bristleback gets scary, and even as an off-lane hero, tends to be in a carry position.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Back at mid, Disruptor versus Storm Spirit, putting down some harass with his Thunder Strike. We've got a TP from the TA, so TA is now coming in. Respawn, there's a glimpse. Oh, almost catches him in kinetic field. It was a nice try. They spy a DD rune bottom.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Looks like Disruptor will get that, and it looks like he wants the Lich, but Lich is already moving out of lane. Full mana, full health. Let's see if Storm Spirit can make something happen.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
He is farming another double stack of Ancients. And CK looking to
Mid tower's
engage in the top lane. Probably once the bristleback here gets back to lane.
That's 4 in a row.
So here they go, diving past the creep wave.
5 in a row. 2 down.
Oh, and I missed that kill, but looks like that was a Storm Spirit rolling on somebody. It looks like 2 dead. Interesting. And it was all Storm Spirit.
Dyer's top tower. You know the drill.
3 top, chasing a Batrider. I don't think even with the slow they can catch him unless he... Oh, I see. Firefly was on cooldown. He does have it up now, and he will use it. He's running to high ground. Which is a smart way to play that, moving over impassable terrain.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
So a good escape from the Batrider. Little bit of de-warding from the Lion. As a good support should.
Radiant
Oh, but here comes a Storm Spirit with full mana, able to ball in and end the life of the Lion, making him pay for his de-warding efforts. Don't feel bad, Lion, that's what Storm Spirit does. Once he's got a full mana pool, he just looks for a target to kill. It's kind of his job, especially once he has his Orchid. Mid tower falling to the team of 3 here. Firefly putting down some harass on Busby, knocking him out of position. That was a clever play. If you can actually make a TA move, she will drop her invisibility. So even though she can meld in most situations, if you can blinding light her or in some fashion, Molotov cocktail, whatever, just shove her out of position. Anytime she's forced to move, she loses her meld. And there's a big Lich ult bouncing around, does cap 1 hero. Disruptor looking for the Lich, and we've got a 2-on-1 here. A good glimpse into a kinetic field. Sinister on the run, being drained very low, both health and mana, gives him no options to escape there. Well played indeed. Nicely done, guys. So 3 heroes left standing for the Radiant side, 2 heroes left standing for Dire. Not enough power to push up at the moment, so they are going to take their advantage to farm a little bit, looks like. We're now at 19-9 for the kill count. Radiant advantage. Now the Bristleback in mid lane. Will spraying the heck out of this lane instead of the top lane. I guess he got bored taking kills up there, so... so, now he's come mid.
The Dyer might want a mine.
Oh, look out, Chug. Look out, he's gonna Viscous Navel Glue you. Oh, but it was bait. Here comes Storm Spirit. Baller. Baller that he is, rolling in. Looking for that Bristleback. So much damage to his face. Being on the right side of him makes all the difference. And by right side, I mean to his face instead of his back. 3 heroes low, that's a very dangerous position running from TA. They do wisely split up a little bit. Storm Spirit has very little mana, can't fall away. Gets cut down by the TA. Oh my gosh, look at how much damage that did to the Venge. And that's that meld combo from the TA. When she's attacking, the way that she generates a lot of damage. And it's subtle to play it, but to meld and then attack does so much more damage than her straight up attack. So not using it as an escape, but rather as an offensive move as you're about to damage somebody. Attacking while she's coming out of meld does the bonus 200 damage, which is quite a lot, which is why you saw the Venge melt in that position.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
That Rider does have Blink Dagger. Gets turned into a flopping fish, which was interesting. A flying flopping fish. Wow. Still quite dead. Very tasty dinner for the Radiant there. If he can make that Blink Dagger work for him, though, that will be... And he did actually activate it. Not enough to get out of there, unfortunately, for him, but... combined with Flaming Lasso, it's quite a good initiate. Juggernaut's on the run from the TA. Will make it to high ground, but that Venge looks very dead in that position. Oh, saved by the Storm Spirit. Wow. The Storm Spirit just got glimpsed back, right? Huh. Interesting. Still a big save. He is 9-4-1. If anybody could carry a game coming from behind in a position like this, it would be a Storm Spirit, so they still do have winning chances, that is for sure. There is a Crimson Guard on the Bristleback. A good natural extension for him. Not exactly the carry item, so my guess is he is playing for the team here. A lot of pings at bottom. They did spy the Disruptor. The Disruptor is going to get caught out by 4 heroes here. Looks like the team comes in and they're able to turn it around, though. A good kinetic field blocking. A Finger of Death cuts down the Vengeful Spirit before she can get away, and that's interesting that that Lich ult is bouncing around between the illusions. Huh. Having the illusions carried away from the team was actually a really nice play. It looks like Batrider's in trouble. Can he get to safe ground? He's TPing out from Roche Pit. That was actually really smart. Getting to a place where there was no vision. Really smart play. It's one of the magical things about the Roche Pit, in terms of its ability to block vision. Even if you do have high ground wards, you just can't see into Roche Pit unless you're in Roche Pit yourself, so abusing that sort of black wall of vision to do things like that, really smart. Chug is being chased by the TA. He must have special items that allow him to have his abilities icons changed over like that. I wonder what does that. I don't remember which of these items on his persona changes ability icons. I think that's his new set, though. So, Blink Dagger Desolator on TA. Which explains why those mud golems melted so fast. That's a Desolator for you, wow. With that Desolator, this top tower will fall pretty quickly, too. Yeah, no response from Dire. Looks like they are willing to trade away that tower to try to push up in a different lane. Maybe the correct play, too, because I'm not sure they could have contested that. Not unless they came in as 5. They're a little bit spread out right now. Looks like Radiant is going to push up and try to take high ground. There comes Crimson Guard. Nice red spheres here. There's a TP in response. Team's coming back. Batrider at least, and not the not the Brewmaster statue. the Lich. Here we go. There comes the Lich ult. Hoping to at least forestall them a little bit, but might pay for that with his life. No, he's going to walk away. Here comes Storm Spirit balling in. But there's a kinetic field. Sinister does not make it out of the wall of the kinetic field and does get cut down. So for their efforts, oh my, what a ballsy ball move. Does eat a stun for it, but won't cost him. It looks like he can still get out and regen his health at back at Fountain. Juggernaut trapped in kinetic field. VK looks like he is in trouble. Doing a little bit of armlet toggling there. If he gets locked down, he's gonna have a... Oh! And body blocked by the lion! Oh, sadness. That would have been really tough to get away, to be honest, but even with the armlet toggling, if at any point he had been locked down, that would have stopped his toggles. Oh, and this is a really scary position for the TA. No, TA, run! Trying to fight. Gonna get the Juggernaut, so at very least a trade. Meld it into position, but once they've got a Molotov cocktail... Oh, or an overload. That's enough damage to knock her to a point of death. But even the Molotov cocktail from the Flame Break would have knocked her out of position once again, ending her meld. So, and they knew where she was. So as I suspected earlier, this may end up coming down to a fight between the two mids. Storm Spirit versus the TA. They're really not too far off from each other at this point. Bristleback in a rough position. Let's get locked down by multiple stuns here. And that looks like a dead Bristleback. Even with his... Oh, but he does trade! Oh. Oh my, that poor Venge. The team's coming in to continue the fight. TA chasing down the Lich. Does get stunned by the Storm Spirit before he can deal that final blow, but Kinetic Field trapping the Lich, that'll mean his death. Juggernaut getting cut down even though he was spinning again with that right-click attack from the TA. Tree was gone, couldn't juke. Yeah, that'll happen. Where's the tree when you need one?
Guess what's happening to
And with that, Radiant will break high ground. There is a lasso, a very deep pull on Busby, dragging him to his death there. Nice combination play from the Bat Rider. So although they lose their tower, they are able to stop the push. That's the thing about Bat Rider when he's got his Blink Dagger and his lasso, is you don't even see it coming. Just blinks on top of you, lassos you, and drags you back to where his teammates can kill you. Very rude.
trouble brewing at
Bristleback does have AC. Very nice item. Oh, and here's a fight. Storm Spirit does have a full mana pool. I don't think they'll be able to get him there. He is able to ball away. You would really have to silence him in order to stop him from just getting away once he has that much mana in his mana pool. I don't think we have any silences here. Nope. Nope, no options to silence. We have a BKB. That'll help some.
Dyer's mid tower could use a little help.
There he goes again. A little low on mana at the moment, though, so can't really come back into this fight. Looks like he was able to kill a Disruptor, though. See that fight recap. Mm-hmm. And here goes the Storm Spirit looking for a free kill on a Lion. A very nice stun, catching the Storm Spirit on the way in before he was able to lock him down and kill him. If he had been able to ball in and put his Orchid to use there, then Lion would have been very dead. So Storm Spirit's looking for another kill, but being chased by the TA. There's a movement trap. He can still ball away anytime he chooses to, and TA knows it. And here comes a Firefly. I don't think they want this engagement. Nope. Lich is on the run. Oh. Looks like Storm Spirit went for it. And did fall to the team. And on the back of that, they will be able to take Roshir, having the 5v3 advantage with Storm Spirit off the map. A quick Aegis. And who will take it? It's going to be CK. And with an Aegis in hand, looks like they're going to push straight up mid and see if they can break the high ground. Team comes in to respond. It's a quick in and out by the Storm Spirit. Just a bit of a teaser. Oh, but here's the blink and the lasso. And a quickly dead TA. Very nice play. It's critical to stop their momentum in that push. It's a very solid way to pick off the TA in that position. And you can see that really stymied their momentum. TA is down for another 40 seconds, and the center push is stopped cold in its tracks. How's Jug doing? Looks like he went Battle Fury. Interesting. Siege still clutching an Aegis. And a Lincoln Sphere and Bloodstone on Storm Spirit now. Makes him even harder to lock down. It looks like he's going to be able to play the role of Split Pusher. Juggernaut's on the run. Here comes a big lasso. Dragging the TA, but a T is a very dangerous foe to have on the end of a leash. Does get glimpsed back into a position where the Batrider can't get away. Ultimate does get diffused by them spreading out. From the ultimate from the Lich, that is. So Lion falls and Batrider falls. And in the meantime, Storm Spirit is split pushing the bottom lane. For much of this game, Radiant has had control of the map quite effectively. They still have all of their tier 2s and even their top tower. There's a TP in response. With these 2 heroes, 3 heroes, they won't be able to stop the Storm Spirit right now, but they can at least stop him from split pushing. And Storm Spirit just looking for a kill, most likely. That's the thing, with this much mana, even when the team is together, he can probably pick just one target and nuke him down and get out before they're able to respond to him. There's a big fight though. Lich will fall. Here comes the Crimson Guard. Batrider and Lich both went down, and so did Disruptor. CK still has his Aegis. And looks like Venge also fell. That leaves 4 heroes versus 2. Radiant advantage. And they are going to push up on mid, I think, right now. They don't have any creeps, though, so they need that. That's probably what Bristleback was doing, was going to get the creeps. Instead, they're going to rotate the top lane. Once again, just pressing their map advantage. They did already break high ground here, so it should be a quick piece of work to get this Rax. Storm Spirit's gonna juke in as a distraction, I'm sure. Just trying to put a little damage down and stop them from pushing, but they're gonna go ahead and ignore him here. Just go for the tower anyway. There's a big ultimate from Lich, but they do quickly split up so as not to keep rolling that ultimate. I don't know if Lich has his Ags yet. Come here, Lich. No, he does not. So CK actually fell that time and did not come back. His, I don't know if his Aegis expired or got used. There's a fast buyback from the Storm Spirit. And he is able to come in and get a kill. And maybe a second kill. Yes, indeed. Busby also buying back on TA. Touchdown Venge. Once again, it is the fight of the mids. TA versus Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's going for him. Knows he has to stop him here. And is able to nuke him down just enough. He had some backup from the Batrider that definitely would have secured the kill on that TA. That did end up being a team wipe, though Radiant did trade a team wipe for a bunch of barracks, towers, mid tower, and 3 racks. So once again, their map advantage does extend into this, and Dire can't really respond. and punish them too harshly for that team wipe. Not right now. I'll probably check Roche, but Roche is still down.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Respawn in 45 seconds. So Storm Spirit rolling in and making a kill. A nice play there. Dire really took the advantage in that team fight, and that's what they need to do. Stay in this game, that's for sure. So despite the map disadvantage, they are able to carry that team fight, taking out 3 of Radiant's heroes. They're probably going to need, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 good team fights like that before they can really punish the Radiant side, though. That's going to be their challenge at the moment.
That's for me. Let the fun begin.
So Storm Spirit does find the Bristleback. And with the team and the lasso, he's going to fall. TA is here to try to back him up along with Lion. They are able to rotate in. And that is enough damage to end the Juggernaut's life. TA is now on the chase against the Venge. Venge will probably fall after that engagement. There's just no getting away from TA in that position. And Storm Spirit will just have to back away. Discretion being the better part of valor there. Zap indeed, sir. He has the funniest voice lines. Radiant pressing the attack. Looks like they are going to go for this bottom. Break high ground here. See if they can get Mega Creeps. Is it Mega Creeps? Super Creeps? I don't even know anymore. Illusions no longer do as much damage as they once did. But, still enough to fell a Rex, that is for sure. And with that Desolator that's on the TA, that other Rex falls really quickly as well. CK's in trouble, locked down by the Storm Spirit. That's going to be one dead CK. Lion trying to stun and run. He's in a really bad spot here though, even with the TA backing him up. That's the team 5v1 at the moment, lassoed and dead. Nice play for Dire. What amounts to basically a team wipe. Bristleback is going to go for an Aegis. Wow, the health bar is dropping so slowly. 45-minute Roche. Roche does scale in strength as the game goes on, and it does make it more difficult to take him down in the late game. This is a scary thing for Bristleback to have to try to solo Roche and watch his back at the same time. No pun intended. Because it's taking so long to work down this Roche. Oh my goodness. It just gives up. It's like, you know what? Maybe I should spend my time over here. There's a big lasso on the CK. And that's a great combination too. Lasso and Force Staff so that you can drag people back. There are some things you can do and some things you can't while you have somebody lassoed. I think blinking breaks your lasso, so you have to blink to get into position in the lasso. But I think you can Force Staff yourself out and still drag people away. Wow. Storm Spirit does catch a double kill there. And there's a buyback from the Disruptor.
The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
So Dire is not going to press their advantage there because they really need to defend. And that's the advantage of having the creep sort of momentum on your side when you've got these super creeps. Super creeps? Mega creeps? What are these? They're megas. Okay. So what are they when you have all the barracks down? I don't know. Oh, they do have all the barracks down. Okay, so it's megas if you have all the barracks down. Okay. Oof. That base just is wrecked. And now TA with the Aegis. That is going to be one scary TA. There they go. I'm sure their thought is to push to win here. No? Bait? Maybe? Just trying to decide.
It's sundown for the Dire's Ancient.
Where do we go to end this game? Oh,
How many is that now?
what was that? Storm Spirit, what are you doing? Just reaches out and kills somebody. It's his ability to just zip in, silence somebody with his Orchid, and just kill somebody and then get out again. Makes him such a dangerous foe. I'm sure that's what happened to the Disruptor there, even though he wasn't on my screen. So despite the setback of not having Disruptor, they are going to push up a little bit. CK popping his illusions. And there's a cocktail in his face. But they're gonna go for it. There's a big fight at mid. The lasso dragging P-Frog off into the distance, but P-Frog's still in the fight. Oh, and that is going to be game. Radiant take it. In the end, the map control being too much for the Storm Spirit to come back from. Great game, guys. So to everybody watching, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to WeLikeDota on YouTube and Twitter. And we will see you for the next Community Night match after this.